It's just a fact that diplomatic security only has part of this part of the situation. We understand there are sensitive issues involved here. For example, the State Department isn't the entity that conducts the intake procedure at the federal courthouse. That's the U.S. Marshals. It's just a fact that that's not something I can speak to. They'd have to speak to their part of the process. But again, we don't want this to negatively impact our bilateral relationship, and we'll keep talking about it with them on the ground in here. Thus far, all indications are that appropriate procedures were followed. But nonetheless, and my statement pointed to this morning, we understand this is a very sensitive issue, and we're continuing to review exactly what transpired. And I would point out again that the State Department wasn't the only entity involved here. So I would point folks to the U.S. Marshals, who obviously play a role in this as well. This limited episode with somebody who was charged with a crime is a separate and isolated incident. We believe that we need to move forward. They need to keep between our two countries with security, with diplomatic, all of the consular issues that I talked about with the Vienna Convention. I just don't think that they necessarily should be tied together in that way. Obviously, we know this is a sensitive issue, though, and that's why we're looking at what transpired and talking to the Indians about it directly.